Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the front room, to the dining room of the 1925 bungalow. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop, and it's Monday night at 8 o'clock. Time for another live sale. And we're going to have one. Now, I did a small preview video today, a small one, a short one, I guess is what I should say. Didn't really go into too many details. And the items that I have tonight, for the most part, are actually the items that you saw in that video. So I don't think I've got any surprises for you. Okay, I've readjusted that. Gee whiz. No, I don't think I've got any surprises for you tonight. We'll see how long this takes. Hi, Scott. I'm April. Well, hi, April. We're just dipping into February, so it won't be long, April. Hi, Donna. And I imagine a lot of you are looking forward to springtime. I'd like to welcome everyone, old and new, folks who have purchased before, and anyone who happens to be here for the first time. I'd also like to thank, as always, Karen Williams, who is our moderator this evening and has been our moderator on Monday nights for quite a while now, and I thank her so much for being here today. And you can wish her a belated happy birthday, which was the 31st of last month. I know that she had a nice time visiting with some of her family and grandchildren. Everything runs as usual here at the live sales. If you've purchased from me before, and you know I know you, then you're all set. No one has to pre-register. And if you are new, the only thing I ask you to do if you win an item is to email me your particulars during the show. I've got to receive an email from you while I'm live and on the air. Or I've got to resell the items at the end. So we'll put all that in. I'll tell you the information that I need. And then from time to time, it will show up on the screen. I didn't put my email under there like I normally do. Sorry about that. But you can always ask for it. And our moderator will absolutely put that in for you. So as a reminder, I ship the items from Southern New Jersey, and everything from previous sales is out. I do imagine there are some, you probably should give items an extra 2 or 3 days, maybe 4 or 5. Main roads here are clear for the most part. Neighborhoods are really a mess. And just keep in mind, a lot of that is because there was so much snow. It's the plowing of it that makes it difficult. So it's very hard to park. It's hard to get in and out of neighborhoods. It's hard to get in and out of anywhere because there's just mounds and mounds of snow, which is not going to melt anytime soon. And so therefore, things are probably delayed a little bit. I won't ship these items from selling today. Will be packed and shipped by Friday of this week. And I'll send the invoices out sometime tomorrow. And so if you happen to be new here and you'd like to bid on something tonight, the information that I would need from you after you win an item, and of course I'll tell you if you're the winner, I need your full name, your chat name, if it's different from your real name, I also need to know your address. I need you to tell me if you have a PayPal account or not. That's very important. And if you do have a PayPal account, please give me your full PayPal email address. And that's very important that you don't leave anything off. The full email address that you used when you created your PayPal account. And I think that's all I need. Now, if you don't have a PayPal account, that's quite all right. You can't send me a check or a money order. You still are going to receive a PayPal invoice, but I'll send it to you as a guest, even if you don't have an account. And you can check out using any bank card, debit card, credit card that you like. I never see any of those numbers. I don't want to see any of those numbers. And it's very simple to check out as a guest. And I totally appreciate folks who, when they don't have PayPal accounts, when they remind me of that. It's getting a little bit more difficult for me to keep track of all of that. I'm doing the best I can. So I thank you so much for your understanding. So how you bid, Jonathan, is simply in the chat. I will hold up an item such as this ruler, although I don't plan on selling it. And if I say this ruler begins at $2, you'll see on the screen our moderator in blue will put start $2, and people just place their bids as I'm talking about the piece. Then I'll say, okay, we're going to count it down, and I will count down from 10 to 0. We always give it some extra time for the lag, and if bids are coming in, we don't cut it off. We treat it like a real auction, and we let those bids come in. The highest bidder just before the stop is the winner, and Karen and I will hit refresh, and we will announce the winners, and we really appreciate you letting us do that, so that it doesn't cause any confusion. So if you'd like to congratulate folks, and you're so nice to do it, please allow me and Karen to announce the winner first. And then you can congratulate everybody. So it's really easy, Jonathan. You might just want to sit back and watch the first goat round, and you'll pick up on it right away. So thank you for asking. I appreciate that. And as you'll see, Karen will put some little things in that I miss, that I leave out, and I thank her there. She has given an update. Hi, Betty Mac. Let's see, the sale usually runs for about 2 hours. I try not to go too far past 10 p.m., but I do want to announce to you that I've got another special sale this Thursday night. Come on back Thursday night if you're not doing anything at 8 o'clock right here. I'm going to do a preview. We are going to have, I thought, you know what? I'm not waiting for springtime. I'm ready for some beautiful pottery with lovely pastel colors. So we're going to have an all pottery sale Thursday night. Planters and vases and whatnot. Now there'll be a certain section of the sale called scratch and dent. It's so easy for pottery to be chipped or for it to get age cracks over the years. And I sure have saved a lot of it, even though there's a little bump and bruise here and there. So a lot of the pieces look lovely on display. I keep looking over there because I've got a cabinet full of beautiful pottery with a little chip here and a little crack there and a little repair. And it's beautiful. So you might get some bargain prices. Thursday night, this week, 8 o'clock, a pottery extravaganza. And we'll have about 20, 25 pieces. I'm still pulling it. I'm running around. And I'm picking up pieces, all kinds of pieces from here and there. So that will be Thursday night. And again, not all of it is damaged. And if I buy a damaged piece, it's damage that I think I could live with. Yeah. So, you know, nothing like the vase on the Brady Bunch that got smashed by the basketball. I mean, nothing that bad. So I hope you'll come and see me Thursday night. We've got over 250 people here at the moment, and we're going to go ahead and get started in just a moment. Have fun selling, just watching. Well, thank you, Lisa. I'm glad you're watching tonight. I really am. It is 10 minutes after 8. I guess we'll give it another second. A little bit of scratch and dent. Because some of that pottery was just too nice to let go. You know, a nice piece of Roseville that has a chip on the side of it. Stuff is getting harder to find. Let's see. Good evening. Random question. Yes. The question is, have I ever found or sold anything from Horn and Hard Art? Now, what was Horn and Hard Art? That was the Automat. And from the history that I've read, you would think that automats were all over the country. From the history that I've read, they only existed in 2 American cities. And I know one was Philadelphia, and I believe the other one was New York, not Chicago. I might have the New York and the Chicago mixed up, but you can look it up. But Horn and Hard Art, the Automat. All those songs that we heard on back in the 30s about being at the Automat, you would think that they were everywhere. But as I said, they existed in Philly and New York. And I think that's it. New York City. Yes, I have. My mother and father were old enough to have remembered as children when they would be taken to the city. Now, this would have been in the early 50s. Because actually the Horn and Hard Art, well, anyway, I don't want to get too deep in it, but yes, Philly and New York only. There you go. Thanks, Lisa. I thought that was the case. I've got no candlesticks for sale tonight. Boy, is that unusual for me. I hope I answered your question. Yes, I have found things from the Automat. I don't think I've sold any recently. The building is there. It's a beautiful Art Deco building that had the Horn and Hard Art. It's off of Market. I think it's Chestnut, and it became like a beauty store. Of course, there's nothing in, the inside would be, but the Art Deco facade is fantastic. That was a neat question for you to ask me, and thank you for asking. Just Philly and New York City were the only two cities that ever had them, that actually had true automats. Okay, shall we go ahead and begin our sale? Okay, Tommy Dance. Well, thank you. Listen, got a lot of candlesticks downstairs, but I need prisms. Boy, oh boy. So I'm really going to be, when it warms up, I'll be hitting those flea markets to try to find myself prisms, because many of them have bobèche either as a part of the mold or attached. And I've got more candlesticks in need of prisms, and I really like to sell them with the prisms on them. So, okay, well, why don't we get it rolling? And why don't we start? Are you a first-time bidder, Jonathan? I don't know if you've ever, Jonathan Hand Duffer. I don't know if you've ever purchased before. You new? Well, that question kind of puts me on the spot, because if I say no, no, you're not bothering me. I will say yes. If you see something that you like and you bid and you win, I'll send the invoices out Tuesday morning, and then if you're able to pay on Friday, sure, I'll agree to that. No. I had to just think about this for a minute. I appreciate you asking. My goodness, I give you credit for asking. Oxford Antiques has so many prisms right off Route 1. You swear you're not a scam artist. You better not be a scam artist, because I'm going to come get you. No, I'm kidding. Yes, you certainly may pay on Friday. I just had to think about that for a minute. Okay, here we go. Starting at $15, Karen, we've got 4 cordials, and they stand 4.5 inches tall. There's one. The other 4 are right down here. I love that cobalt blue bottom, and you get all 4 of them, and they have a pretty wheel cut. If I said etched, then I shouldn't have. I meant cut. They're very thin, but none of them have any chips on them. So if you're setting a table for 4 and you've got a combination of cobalt, how about that? The cobalt is really pretty. It's darker than sometimes, so it's kind of difficult to see how pretty that blue is. I'm going to go ahead and put a few of these down here so I don't knock them off on the floor. And so they have a pretty wheel cut, as you can see. Ooh, keep this one up here. And I think I told you they're 4.5 inches tall. From the 1930s and 40s, these would date to that era. And it's a $15. It's a $15 start. So this is where, for those of you who are trying to learn how to do this, this is where you would just type in 15. You don't have to put the $sign in. If you like it, or you don't have to put in 15. You could put in 18. You can put in any dollar figure you want. But if we have a winner, then they go to the highest, to whoever is the highest. I guess it's just it's a floral. Yeah, this kind of thing is almost, you know how many of these I leave behind? I don't even like getting them with flea bites. I will sometimes, but it is amazing that these manage to go so far and they aren't chipped. So I see no interest in these. I'm going to throw in a hard stop, and a hard stop means stop. There are 4 of them. If bids come in after the stop, we just keep on going, and we bring them back at the end. Nanner J now has a bid of 16, and we're going to count these down. I move pretty quickly here. Anybody else who's interested, go ahead and place your bid, and we'll see where they go. But it is all 4 of them. They're not chipped or cracked. They're from the 30s and 40s, and they measure, what did I say, 4.5 inches tall? Yeah, 4.5 inches tall. Just enough for a little creamed mint or whatever. 10, 9, the high bid right now is 16. 10, 9, you get all 4 of them. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. And the fingers are so that Karen Williams doesn't have to try to read my lips, but she can look at the screen and see. And she will account for any lag that we might have. Well, Christina, that's right. Okay, there's the stop, and they're going to go to Nanner J at 16. I always have subscriber mode only, and usually I have 60 minutes on. Tonight I only had 2. But Christina, I don't know why I didn't let you in, because you are a subscriber to me. At least I thought you were. Sometimes you get unsubscribed. So, I mean, let me write this down. And the cordials, the 16 of them, things happen. People should always double check and make sure that that they have that they are subscribed. Yeah, I always have subscriber mode is always on. That keeps nasty people out who want to come in and say mean things about me or cause problems. Yeah, and tonight I only put 20 minutes on. A lot of times I'll put 60 minutes on, but I think I only put 20 on tonight. But make sure you're subscribed, Christina. I know you do. I mean, I know you are, or you were. It could just be something weird. Okay, let's go. Let's do, okay, this will start at 16. Oh my goodness. This next item will start at $16. Well, let's hope it never happens again, Christina, because I certainly didn't fiddle with anything. 7.5 inches tall. 7.5 inches tall. And starting at $16 is an American Fostoria vase with no condition problems. So there's no cloudiness, no dirt, no scum, no dishwasher damage. And the Fostoria pattern from the American pattern from almost looks like a celery, doesn't it, Karen? From 1916 until, what year did they go out of business? 86. I think they went out of business in 86, and this was in production for decades. Their bestseller and one of the all-time top-selling patterns in glass, American glass. There are books just dedicated to the Fostoria pattern. And I like to pick up decorative pieces that, you know, like vases and things like that, that maybe you've got cups and saucers. So catalog calls it an urn. All right, an urn. Love FA. I collect it, and yet I don't find it. And you don't find it? I just want to let people know that I am here. Okay, Vicky, I didn't. All right. I know you're not a troll. I've had them before. They don't bother me, but we don't want. That's why we have that subscriber mode only. If people want to cause trouble, I figure, boy, they must really want to cause trouble if they're willing to wait 20 minutes. Usually they run off somewhere else and get weird. All right, and there's nothing like that fire polishing. 10, the high bid is $32, and we'll count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the Fostoria. And yes, shipping, of course, is not included. You will pay the shipping price once I calculate it, because I have to weigh it and figure out the difference between our two zip codes and the size of the box and all of that stuff. And then when I send the invoice, it has the shipping price attached to it. Okay, so the Fostoria American piece. Oh, we've got 350. let's see, that's going to go to, I believe, Anne Heinrichs. And Anne, I know you. So if I didn't miss anything, we have Anne. And thank you. Thank you, everyone who was here also to place bids. At $15, you want a place to put your pipe? Well, there you go. Made of beautiful walnut. And this is a Fairfax brand for anybody who wants to know. That F almost looks like the Fostoria. Great, and that's the one piece you didn't have. Oh, I love that you're going to get that. The Fostoria. And you know what's cool about this pipe holder is, I don't know, but whether if I turn it the right way, on the top, at each hole, it says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And you have to get it just in the light to see the words. And I don't know if I have the right light, but it's embossed in here the days of the week around each spot. So I bet you can't see it. Can you see it? I don't know. I can't see it, but I don't have good eyesight. So, but it's there. Oh, you can see it? And you know, it looks like this was used because he put his pipes down and it just barely turned brown. That might actually, that might come off. I don't know. No, it's just barely not burnt. See how it's turned a little brown, a little black here from putting the hot pipe bowl in there, and it's kind of singed it just a little bit. My lighting is... What nights were that? That was Tuesday and Wednesday night. The other days look fine, but I don't know what was going on Tuesday and Wednesday. Oh, wait, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and Sunday. He was putting his pipes back in before they cooled off, and it just sort of turned it black just a little bit. So that's kind of neat. We do have, Elena Cunningham has our opening bid of 15. And if there are no questions, we'll count this one down. I don't even know if I saw the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday when I bought this. I sure did see it today when I was photographing it for the sale. The high bid is 15. Let's count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Ooh. All right, the pipe holder. Back in the day finds at 26. Thank you, back in the day finds. I appreciate it much, greatly. Let's do these 6 plates here. They start at 20. One has a small chip on the edge. They're block optic. Are there 6 of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6. Anchor hocking block optic. Now we go through this a lot. It's going to look odd. Pink always looks very strange on camera. These start at $20 and there are 6 of them. They are pink. Yes, I know to some of you they look peach or rose, but they're pink. And they are the little block optic plates. And that's the one that has the little chip on the edge right there. Boop, just a little one. So they measure, and they start at 20 for all of them. Yeah, they're 8-inch plates. Salad, luncheon, dessert, dinner if you're cutting back. And they are from the 1930s. And so this is a pattern that if you'd like to put a pink pattern together, you'll find creams and sugars. This is Anchor Hocking glass. You'll find, it was pretty extensive. They're not scratched. They don't have utensil marks. And also, there's no dishwasher damage, which is a lovely thing. We have the opening bid, Ellie Hill, 1947. I appreciate that opening bid of 20 for all 6 of the pink 8-inch block optic depression plates. There'll be a few more pink things tonight besides these. Just a few more pink, which I can't reach right now. 20 is the high bid, and we will count them down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Okay. Set that down there like that. You've got the sugar bowl in that pattern. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Yeah, some of those sugar bowls and creamers were given away. Stop. Ellie Hill at 20. Got it. 6 plates. Beautiful. Okay, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Black and pink. What's black and pink? Oh, I know. Why not? I haven't had one of these in a while. Bake oven, mid-century. I love this color combination. Anybody have a black and pink bathroom? I bet some of you do. Oh, I guess I better tell you that it starts at $18. It starts at $18 and it's wonderful. No chips, no cracks. It's nice and clean. And it's a small pot bake oven. You can bake in this. Made in the USA. So the bake oven mark is on the bottom. You see the inside is very nice and clean. And it stands 5 inches tall. Oh, well, the baking portion of it, yeah, you know, is 4 inches tall by 6. So you've got 4 by 6. However many beans you can get into a 4 by 6 casserole is what you have. But the whole thing is a little bit bigger than that. So it's not chipped. The lid is black. I love the colors on this. And we're looking for someone to start us out at 18 on that. Boy, if you've got a 1950s into the 60s kitchen, that's for you. Hi, Irene. Oh, I'm not going to say goodnight, Irene, not yet. But I'll say hi, Irene, who has started us out at 18. Oh, look at the black and pink hearts. That's cute. And thank you to the 375 people we have here tonight. It's fascinating to me that that was a popular color combination at that time. You know, it's interesting because I read through all the old magazines. Black was combined with almost every color you can think of during every decade. The 20s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s. You could find black and blue, pink, green, you know, in various shades. But yeah. So we'll count this down. The high bid is Benita Taylor at 20, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it on that piece. Oh gracious! Oh my. Okay, we'll slide that over there. And the black and the pink is going to go to Irene at 25, I believe. Irene Cousins. So thank you, Irene. I know you've purchased before, and I appreciate that. You've left some encouraging comments too, and I appreciate that as well. How about now we back it up from the 50s and the 60s back to an earlier age. And of course, by the time we got into the 50s and the 60s, this was not the rage anymore. But these will start at $19, and it's a very nice example of the Art Deco style. Now, all I've got is a sugar bowl and a creamer, but there are no chips or cracks or any type of damage on this at all. Thank you, Karen. So starting at 19, and this is made in Japan. Hand-painted, blah, 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 Japan, one of those typical marks that come out of Japan. And this isn't Beaumont, it's porcelain. So it's Japanese porcelain. The Beaumont is glass. So these are porcelain, Japanese, so sometime after the 30s, sometime after 1925. I'm super glad it has its lid, that the sugar bowl has its lid with it. And of course, if you fall in love with this color scheme, you can look at the little bit of the peach, the luster here at the bottom. The whole thing has got luster to it, but it's just on fire with Deco. It just seems like it's dancing. I can hear the Charleston playing, you know, when you look at this. That's the jazz age, right? It sure is. If only they knew what was going to happen in October of 1929. This is the geometric Deco. And the bold colors that we get from the Japanese Deco. I would have jumped up and down if I could have also gotten cups and saucers and such, and there's some gilding on the handles. So we'll count these down. The high bid right now the high bid is 50, and we'll count these down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Oh, we're going to hit 400. I am so excited. Oh, we just hit 400. I am so excited. I'm going to jump up and down. Did I do the stop? I mean, did I say? I got so excited we hit 400. Did I count it down? That's terrible that I can't even remember. I think I did. Anyway, I'm going to get in trouble with my moderator. I'm going to get called on the carpet. Pay attention, Scott. Well, I got excited for a minute. Ugh. All right, bring that up here. Oh, there's the stop. Okay, Wordsmith at 53. What? Wait a minute. Are we allowed to tell you something specific? Yeah. Okay, so hold on. This was Wordsmith at 53. Wordsmith at 53. Okay. 53. Thank you, Wordsmith. Okay. Wordsmith at 53 gets the Deco cream and sugar. There's another cream and sugar here that's not our Deco, and I don't want to get those. I don't want to get that confused with that other set. Let's go ahead and do those now because my mind is on it, and I don't want to get. Are those jellyfish? What is that, Helen? Is that a jellyfish with its things coming down? What is that little picture? I don't know what that is. Oh, well. It's cute, whatever it is. Let's do these because then that way. Cream and sugar, small. Yeah, Austrian, right? These start at 15. Imperial Crown China from Austria. Look how pretty and how delicate these little things are. Oh, they're streamers. Okay. Yeah, but what's the thing on top? It looks like a mushroom. Well, hear the noise the little lid is making? Rattling on there? Those Art Nouveau handles are telling us that this cute little set, 1900 to World War I, somewhere in there. And as delicate as these little tiny handles are, they're not chipped or cracked at all. Let's put one down. In fact, let's put the creamer down and we'll just take a look at the sugar bowl. Here's the lid, which is really pretty. And underneath we have Imperial Crown China, Austria. And I'm not surprised at all to see pretty nouveau coming from Austria. So there is a festoon of red roses or some type of, roses, I guess. We can see traveling around. Christina has our high bid of 15. And there's a pretty blue color around the trim and some gilding. And I'm surprised that none of these handles were broken and re-glued. That really surprises me. And they're small. It's this is T for 2. You can see how little they are. It's a tiny little set. And they are antique. And so we'll count down this little Austrian Art Nouveau cream and sugar set. I will look, Robin, and see if I received an email from you. I'm going to count this set down. The high bid is 15. And we'll count it down. 10, very delicate. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. I almost want to play tea with these. I mean, I got other things to do than sit around and play tea. But anyway. Okay, now you get down there and behave next to that Art Deco set. Oh, if they got together, I wonder what their children would look like. If that Deco cream and sugar got together with that Nouveau cream and sugar and they made whoopee, what would the set look like? Only my mind would come up with that. What? All right, hold on. Let me hit refresh for 1 second. Bear with me for just a moment, everyone. No, Robin Pepin, I have not gotten an email from you, so I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. It's oldcuriosityshop99@gmail.com. So I've checked and checked and checked, but there's nothing there. So you can try again, but I'm not getting any emails from you. And I did look in a trash can just to be sure. So try it again. Christina is our winner at 17 on the little cream and sugar. Christina at 17. Thanks, Karen, on that little cream and sugar. 17 to Christina. All right, how about we start at $20 on an occupied Japan. Well, Robin, I really don't know what to tell you. You say that you wrote me 20 times, but I have to tell you, I'm not getting any emails from you. Really don't know what else to say. I'm so sorry. No, it's not in my spam. I do this. It's not in my, nope. It's not in my spam. It's not in my trash can. I do this every day, so I'm not getting any emails from you. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to tell you. But the flamingo stand. Ooh, almost knocked him down. He stands, or she, just under 6 inches tall, and it's an occupied Japan one. It's the first occupied Japan flamingo I've ever had. And I keep checking. I keep going back and checking, and there's nothing there. So, nope, nothing in spam. Nope. Okay. So, I don't know either. I don't know what to tell you. But we're going to keep going. So the flamingo is, we have Crystal Laypool at, well, now it's Jazz Minute at 30. So I'll show you, his neck isn't broken. And look, there's the Occupied Japan mark on the bottom. And there's a smudge on it. It says Occupied Japan something, something, something. And then FLA for Florida. So it was made in Japan between 1945 to 1952, expressly for something in Florida. And it's smudged. It's under the glaze. So I didn't do any Googling or anything like that. Could have been for a hotel. They would do that sometimes. A hotel might have a contract on that kind of thing. So it would have that. So the date, oh, you said, okay, yeah, okay. So that's the date for the Occupied Japan, but it was purposefully made for some enterprise in Florida. But with the smudge on there, I can't see it. I can't see what it was for. Let's see. Okay, we're going to count. The flamingo now has a high bid of I think 30, and we'll count this down. If there aren't any questions about the flamingo, we'll count it. Colors are nice on it. So glad there's nothing broken. The high bid is 30. Jazz Minute, Georgia, maybe, GA. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it on the flamingo. Okay. You're going to try to cut and paste. Okay. The flamingo goes to Karen Williams. It's Lucas at 32. Okay, the flamingo goes to Lucas, I think, at 32. Okay, Lucas at 32. Wonderful. Keeping it going. Let's do at $12. Oh, I don't know if I can get to this. Try. We're going to do the 1913 calendar plate, which has a chip on the edge of it. And it's brown and it's stained and it's crazed, but it's so warm and inviting from 1913. You're welcome, Lucas, and thank you. This starts at $12 and it is a 9-inch plate. I'll hold it up so that you can see the date at the top, 1913. I know it might be a little blurry. And then we've got the calendar all around. And we've got flowers in the middle. And carnation is probably what it says on the back. Most of these, yeah, it does. Look at all that brown crazing. I love it. So pretty. I love these old calendar plates. I can just imagine this being on a wall in a kitchen in 1913, something like that. So we're going to look for an opening bid of it's very unique. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I don't know who said that, but I don't want anybody to put their emails in. I can't stop in the auction and send somebody an email. I just can't do that. I'm sorry. I've got to keep going. And I don't want people putting their emails into the chat. That's not a good idea either. So I know you're trying to help everyone. So we'll keep rooting for you, Robin, and maybe you'll be able to get an email through. But we're going to keep going. So 1913, look at the flowers in the middle. I've got to fix my light. I know my light. Well, you know, as soon as I get that dining room light fixture up, and I promised you I'd have it up by Easter. Whew, okay. But my wire hasn't come in yet. I ordered the wrong wire. Well, thank you, Jim. In a Philly suburb. Okay. So we'll count the calendar plate down. I don't know where we are. We're at $14 on the calendar plate. Okay. I think we had a calendar plate last time. I don't remember. Anyway, let's count it down. High bid right now is 14, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it on the calendar. Calendar girl. Oh, my word. All right. The 1913 calendar plate. And you, Fostoria over there, boy, you drove me up a wall. I'm going to tell you why this Fostoria drove me up a wall. Okay, stop. Christina might have come in just after. So I see Lola May at 15. We'll hit refresh and we'll see. But at the moment, it looks like Lola May was our high bidder at 15 before the stop. It looks like the other bids came in after. We'll let our moderator make sure I'm not making any mistakes because I often do. Thank you. Lola May is our winner at 15. Okay. All right, Lola May, thank you. How about we go back to 1903 and let's sell a Heisy glass bowl, which is in a sunburst pattern. And how about that? So a vegetable serving bowl, no chips or cracks, and it starts at $15. This was introduced in 1913 23 by the Heisy company. It is a sunburst pattern. There are a few scratches in it. So some spoons have been digging out 3-bean salad over the years, but it is generously marked on the bottom with a big H in a diamond. I'm going to try to get you to see it, but I don't know. All right, hold it still. Hold it still. I want you to look right here, and you'll see that this one is Heisy signed. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Oh, I bet you can't see that. I'll try it that way. See, I can't see what I'm doing, but what's new? Pussycat. Oh, you do see it. Okay, Judy, thank you. Lisa, thanks for telling me you can see it. So it's so it is not, there's no damage on it. Pretty sunburst. There are other pieces in this. So if you wanted to do a table setting, you sure could. Good night, Carmen. Good night. We're going to figure out that date. No, it's not cut, it's pressed. It looks cut because Heisy is such a quality glass maker. Was such a quality glass maker. But it isn't cut glass. It is pressed in a mold. But it sparkles like cut, doesn't it? It's pretty bold. We'll count it down. Virginial, I think, has our high bid at 22. So here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Okay. Ooh. All right. The stop is in, and Lucas is our winner at 23. Thank you, Lucas. I always want to call you Mr. Lucas. There's my Are You Being Served reference again. Mr. Lucas. Okay. What time is it? It's 8:57. I'm going to look at my inbox in my email again and hit refresh. Now, someone named Michelle sent me a test email, which is lovely. There's nothing in it, Michelle. There's no information about where you live. There's no details. It's just test. So if you win anything, you still need to write to me, whoever that Michelle is, and you'll know who you are. You don't have to give me all your particulars. But whoever Michelle is, there was a test email that just said test. And it went through. But, all right, how about we do I've got 4 of these. That's McBeth Evans, stippled rose. And I have 12, I've got 4 of them. And we're going to start at $12. This is an early pattern. I think maybe 30 to 33. It's clear glass. Yeah. Crystal. No lead, but that's what they would refer to clear glass as. For the breakfast table, you know. 4 of them. McBeth Evans, stippled rose. It's a good name for a performer. I don't know what kind of performer they would be. They measure 4 inches tall. And they're pressed, molded, McBeth Evans glass, little small juice tumblers. And you can see the band here that's got the stippling and the roses. I know it's easy to see, but Oh, trust me, I know I can receive emails. Thank you. Yeah. I get barraged with, is that the word, with emails? So yeah, there's nothing going on my end. I know I can get thanks. Yeah, I can get emails all right. And I'm laughing because I'm changing something that has to do with insurance, you know, and I knew better. I knew better not to give my email every day for the last week. I kid you not, I'm getting over 50 emails. We have your quote. We have your quote. Delete, block, delete, block. So I get emails and I knew better. But I did it anyway, thinking that wouldn't happen, and it happened. Have any of you ever gotten sucked into that? Okay, our high bid is $15 on this. On the four of these from 1930 to 33. The little McBeth Evans tumblers, the four of them. Let's count them down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Yeah, Lucas, it is about insurance. They sucker you in. You put in all this information. You go, I know I should not put my email in, and I put it in. I'm getting emails from everybody, from Calvin Coolidge to Attila the Hun. And I've had it. I've had it. But I did it. I knew it was going to happen too. As soon as I thought, I'm not going to get just one answer. Oh, would. Oh, not tonight, Jonathan. I have, good grief, I usually do. Would you possibly have, Jonathan asks, would you possibly have for sale a 3-footed etched glass cake plate of any color, please? Good grief. I have one almost once a week. I didn't bring one tonight. There's probably 2 or 3 of them down in the basement, but I'm not going to run down there. Come back. I'll get one for you for the next couple of sales, Jonathan. Okay, I got to concentrate. The stop is in, and those tumblers went to, back in the day, fines at 21. What color do you want, Jonathan? Back in the day, fines. Thank you so much. You get the stippled juice glasses at 21. Thank you, Mr. Clock. You're, as usual, half an hour off, but that's my fault, not yours. I'll tell you, I've been in and out the last few days. Any color. How about green or pink? But yeah, I sure do. I'll get you one. Where are we? We've got 400 folks, and it's 9:03. Let me look at my email one more time. We're going to celebrate. What's in my inbox? Nope, don't have one yet from you, Robin. I'm so sorry. And before anybody asks, I'll have what he's drinking. I'm drinking, because everybody thinks, 0 sugar Canada dry ginger ale. And there was some iced tea in this, and I poured the ginger ale into the tea to make it like a fizzy tea. I have a very energetic, upbeat personality, and I don't need anything other than just that. Now, you're welcome, and thank you. You ever do that? You ever put ginger ale in iced tea? They used to do that at church. That was one of the old punches we used to drink. They would do iced tea, ginger ale, and they'd plop a whole half gallon of sherbet in it. Anybody remember that? Oh, church punch, church fellowship hall punch. yellow compote. I don't have any yellow compote. Hotsy totsy, hot and tot. Yes, I do. And it's right there. From the 30s. That's a nice one. Oh, I thought I was in heaven at age 10. We never had anything like that. To go to a church covered dish dinner and to be served that punch with the Sprite and the Sprite, the iced tea, and the orange sherbet ice cream in it. This starts at 20 bucks and it's a nice one. It stands 6 inches tall and 8.5 inches in across. In Agata Davida. 8.5 inches across. And however many inches tall, I already forget what I told you. Clear glass. The whole thing is one piece. From here on up is enamel. And that's the way they used to do it in those days. On the back, we have yellow and white enamel. And on the top, we've got hand-painted flowers, which would have been done in the factory. There were, 10 or 12 or maybe 15 glass companies in America who were doing this kind of work. You really have to sit down and go through your books to try to figure out which company it was. But all of those good glass companies of the 1920s and 30s were making this kind of thing as giftware and whatnot in the US. So it's American made, Depression era glass. And it's a lovely compote, which really makes a very nice candy dish. Springtime colors. And this starts at, we have the high bid right now at 26. I'll go ahead and give a commercial since we're halfway through and some might not have heard. Come on back and see me Thursday night. I've got a special pottery sale Thursday night at 8 o'clock right here. It's all pottery, including a special scratch and dent portion of the show where you might be able to pick up some nice pieces of American pottery that might just have a crack or a repair or a little bit of a dent here and there, but they were too nice to put in a dumpster. That's this Thursday night at 8 o'clock. I hope you'll come back and see me. We will count this lovely piece down, which we have our high bid now, I think is Benita Taylor at 30. And now Desert Crone at 32. Hi, Desert Crone. Haven't seen you in a while. Yes, I do have a couple pieces of Roseville. I think 2, maybe more. There's just so much around this house. I keep grabbing it, but there are a couple pieces of Roseville. Gonna count it down. 10, the high bid right now is 32, and here we go. 10, 9, 8, no chips, no cracks. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, that's it. Outlook. Robin, I don't know what you're asking me. I'm so sorry. I can't see. I don't get to see all the comments. That yellow compote. Where are we? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so we're trying to see who I'm trying to see who our winner is here. And there's the stop. So we're gonna have to back up here. Okay, it's Mr. Joji Town, I think at 47. The yellow compote at 47. Oh, okay, got it. Okay, yay, it's yours, and I know I have your information, so we're all set. How about 6 plates, green ones that will glow in the dark, if you want to see them do that. They're the cherry. I wrote down apple, but that's cherry. And one has a chip. Just one has one little chip. And there's 6 of them. Now these start at $30. It's all 6 of them. One has a very small edge chip. And this is reproduced in pink. $30 start on these. These are 9-inch, but these aren't reproductions. This green isn't, especially with the uranium in it. So there we have this. See the cherries? Okay, so you can find this pattern in pink. And it's wonderful to mix pink and green. So you can run all around and find all the pink that you want. Dinner plates are harder to get your hands on. And we talked about the reason why the other day, because a lot of this glass was given away for free. They didn't give the plates away, by and large, for free, because a lot of this glass was in oats containers, soap powder containers. Yeah, very easy to put a cream or a sugar or a sherbet or a saucer in such container. Try getting a plate, a dinner plate, into one. And so the ladies would get a couple free pieces, and then the hope is that they'll come down to Woolworths and buy the rest of them for their set. So we see that you've got 6 plates with only one that has a very small edge chip. Yeah. Not the reproductions, but the originals from the 1930s. Jeanette, I think it was Jeanette that made the pattern. I don't remember I don't have all those things. I used to have them, good grief, I used to have them mesmerized. Not anymore. 9-inch plates, and I think you got to see that you've got the glow in the dark. So there they are. 6 9-inch plates from the 30s. Put together a pink and green set. You've already got your dinner plates. And usually that's where the money is. It's usually a little bit easier to pick up the creams and the sugars and the cups and the saucers. A vegetable bowl, sherbets, and you're set. The high bid right now is $55, and I so appreciate you letting us see the bids come through. That makes it so much easier, folks. Oh, I cannot but tell you how much Karen and I appreciate that you let those bids come where we can see them. So thank you so much for that. We will count these down now. 10, the high bid is 60, and here we count them down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, my shoulder, 3, 2, 1. That's it on the set of 6 cherry plates, cherry pattern plates from the 1930s. And I hope I told you that they're not all covered up in utensil marks either. They are not utensil scratched. Did you see that? I hope you saw it. Okay. Now, where am I? Oh, there I am. There's the stop, and it looks like at 80, it's going to be Ellie Hill, 1947. Thank you, Ellie. And everyone who placed bids on those, I appreciate it. So thank you so much. Framed lady. All right. We got a lady in a picture frame, and she is so charming. I just want to sit down and have a conversation with her. She has such a kind face. And she's in a delightful old picture frame that has a little bit of gesso damage at the top, but it's a very delicate ribbon, and I'm going to show it to you. But we saw this close up in the $15 is where we start. And I'll bring her in so you can see her. $15 start on the frame. I'll give you the, not the measurements of the mat. I don't know if you would keep it and keep her in it. Isn't that a lovely, well, I'll let you look at her. Doesn't she have a kind face? She has a sweet, I think the word I want is countenance. Isn't countenance your sort of overall sort of resting? She has a warm, sort of sweet, resting face. I don't know. Maybe the countenance isn't the word I'm looking for. Look at that delicate ribbon on the top. A little bit of the gesso has broken in a couple spots, but that's just how delicate. It just was a wire that's wrapped up there and a little bit of gesso. I would leave it just like, I would leave it gesso like that. And the frame itself, if you're interested in the frame measurements, that would be, it would hold an 8 by 10, but of course in oval, you know, 8 by 10, but it's an oval. And I didn't measure the mat, which is in beautiful condition. And I love the back. This was framed at Strawbridge's in Philly. All right, my Philly people, my Jersey people. Strawbridge and Clothier. Oh, Karen, thank you. Karen says, thanks all for holding back comments during a bid like that. It gives bidders a chance to see the bids. We are so appreciative of that. And it's not that we don't want you to chat, but when we have 400 people here, it's very different from maybe if there's only 100 people there. You have to understand that. So that really helps Karen and the bidders to be able to see those bids. So thank you, everybody. Framed at Strawbridge's in Philly, and it's just a lovely thing. So we have a high bid right now of 17, and we'll wait just a second. You know, when Strawbridge's went out of business, oh, that's been, ooh. Has it been 20 years? They opened it up for people to buy things. I went in and I bought 2 of the chairs from the restaurant, the Corinthian Room restaurant. And I gave one to my uncle. That was a sort of a private joke between me and my uncle. And I kept one. So I have an original chair from the Corinthian Room restaurant, which was at the very top of the old Strawbridge's building where we thought we were millionaires when we went in there. Stained glass windows and Corinthian columns and mahogany on the wall and huge grandfather clocks and art paintings. You know, this is the way it was done in those days, stained glass windows. And we would go and have lunch there at Christmas time. And, oh, we thought we were uptown folk. And I have one chair I gave to my uncle, and I kept one. All right. I thank you for letting me tell you that little story. So the picture is now at $23, and we'll count it down. So this was framed in that department store. 10, 9. No, they didn't go out of business in 2026. Strawbridge's went out of business a long time before that. The big Strawbridge and Clothier store on Market Street, which then the newspaper moved into, that went out of business years ago. So I think you must have put the date in wrong. You might have met 20, but it wasn't, yeah, typo. Okay, I thought so. Okay. So they went out of business 20 years ago in 2006. Yeah, I thought so because I was living just a few blocks away in Old City. I was living, it doesn't matter, but that's where I lived at that time. 10, I think, I'm sorry, Karen, now I'm talking and I forget. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Okay. Yeah, yes, that's right. $2,006. Karen is kidding. That was my fault for confusing everybody from throwing that in there. But we'll wait for the stop. And I don't think it went in yet. There it is. And Patsy at 25. Thank you, Patsy. She's headed your way. I called her the framed lady at 25. And that's going to go to Patsy. Okay, 4 pink tumblers. Let's go back to the pink. Come on now, I've got 4 of these. One of them has a tiny, and I mean tiny, flea bite. My definition of a flea bite is no bigger than the head of a pin. This flea bite is about half the size of the head of a pin, and it is felt and not seen. It is tiny. But I'm completely honest. It is tiny. You won't even know that it's there. Yes, I've sold several pieces of watermelon glass. Don't have any tonight, though. 4 of these, and they're $15. Very delicate glass. They have a paneled optic, and they measure 4.5 inches tall. 4 1/2 inches tall, and they start at $15. So here's 2 of them, and here are the other 2. And I really, honestly, most people probably wouldn't have even mentioned what I feel in that flea bite, because it is literally felt and not seen, but felt only when your hand goes like this. In fact, it's right there and you won't even see it. It's right there and you can't see a thing. That's how tiny it is. So let's make sure we've got, I want to make sure we've got, so it's the 4 of these pink tumblers. I'm not really sure what our bid is. I guess it's Carrie Vaccaro at, yeah, that's what my question too. I need to know, Carrie, are you bidding on these? Just put your $26. Just tell us yes, 26, so that we know if that's you, or tell us no, because I don't really know who are. I'm not really sure if that's a lag. If you're lagging. If you're not, then it looks like Nan or Jay might be our high bidder right now at 15. So if you ladies will just make sure you let me know. I'm not hearing anything from Carrie, so I don't quite know. Carrie, let us know if you've just put in a $26 bid for these. Okay. Still not sure what ruby red covered candy dish I was talking about. Nope. I don't know what red covered candy dish is. I don't have one. Sorry, Marie. I don't know which candy dish you're talking about. Okay, I'm just going to go with Irene Cousins at our high bid right now of 18. So if anyone is interested in this, I'm just going to go ahead and announce our high bid right now is Irene Cousins at 18. Now it's Nanner J at 20, and we'll go ahead and we'll count these down. So our high bid right now is 20. Keep your eye on the screen, and we'll count them down. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. So the 4 pink tumblers. Go to Nanner J at 26. Thank you, Nanner J, and everyone who placed bids. Everyone now might want to take a chance. Take a chance. That's an ABBA song. You might want to go all the way up to the top of the chat on your screen and refresh it. So that we're all at the same spot. I'll give everybody a second to do that. So would because a lot of you seem to be having problems, would everybody please just go ahead and hit refresh. And you'll get caught right up. I have a candy dish here, but it doesn't have a red lid. That gives you a chance to say hi. Hi, trusty huckster. You can say hi anytime, Patrick. It was nice talking to you today. I'm so glad to see that you're getting so active again on your pages. Okay, so we're gonna keep on going, and here we go. I've got a candy dish. And here it is. If I can see that. This will begin at this starts at $20. It is great. It's got no chips or cracks in it. It dates between 1925 to 1935, roughly. That's about the time that these were popular. And I really like the Deco shape of it. Now that's not flashed or painted. That's yellow glass down there. And I never did look to see if it fluoresced and that part. Sometimes it does, that doesn't. I'll let you see that the lid is wheel cut. I like the yellow on the bottom too, Randy. I just love that yellow bottom. And there's the yellow bottom to the candy dish. And when I go through my books on glass of the glass of the Roaring 20s, there are several of them in there that are this shape. But again, the companies copied each other. Now, what is the danger in Googling that? The danger is you're going to find several of them that look just like that, but guess what? They're not just like that. Because to get around copyright infringement, they might change the finial just a little bit. They might change an element down here at where the stem meets the bowl, just a little bit. And they could produce it and imitate each other. So you really have to study it. Because there are 5 or 6 companies that made candy jars that look just like that, but they're not just like that. Question, pink or clear? This is clear. This is clear, and this is yellow. Thanks for that. Thank you for asking. And there are no condition problems on it. So, Marie, I still don't know what red candy dish. You were asking me about a red candy dish. I'm telling you, I can't think of any red candy dish. Maybe it was an old video, or I'm just getting forgetful. But I can't think of any red candy dish that was red with a lid. But we'll count this one down. The high bid on this right now is 27. I think. No, 28. Patsy is at 28. So it looks like the high bid is 28. They go across the facets. Patrick asked if the wheel cut goes across. And that's a nice question. And it actually, the line of this foliage, yeah, kind of does go across. Just a little bit. You can see right here how they cut it. They cut the flower. They're right on that. Yeah, you'll have to send me a picture of it because I cannot think of a red candy dish to save my life. So we'll count this one down. The high bid now is something. 40 with Desert Crone. 10. There's no lead in this, so it's not lead crystal. They would refer to this as crystal when it's clear, but they didn't put lead. This isn't leaded glass. So 10. I'm doing the best I can to see the bids and answer the questions. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the candy dish. I don't have any candy in the house. I could go for a Mary Jane right now. I could go for a Mary Jane right now. I could get one. I could walk to the Wawa. Or ice skate to the Wawa. Snowshoe to the Wawa. Lucas is our winner at 47. Thank you, Lucas. And if I have made a mistake, Karen will correct me. She is Karen on the spot. So thank you, everyone who placed bids on that. I appreciate it. And we'll continue on now with looking for a $20 opening bid on the Fostoria piece, which was called, we're looking for a $20 bid. This is line number 1299, also known as long buttress for obvious reasons. And this was introduced in 1904. And I can see why folks would say powder jar. It's hard for you to tell how tall something is from, where you are. But that's 5 inches tall. So it's way too tall for a powder jar. They did make powder jars. There were dresser sets and everything, but those jars were a lot lower. You could never get all the powder out of that. And this was either meant for tobacco. I know it sounds funny, but it's hard with the measurements. Marmalade. Look, it's such a pretty thing. Anything can be done with it. this isn't a hair collector either. Hair collectors were a different shape, but this is the size, and we've already looked at the EAPG website. It's not a powder jar. It's not a hair receiver. This was either meant for tobacco, yes, or pickles or marmalade. And you really have to be careful with the measurements, because sometimes the catalogs give the measurements and sometimes they don't. The lid is made of brass and it was gilded at one time. Most of the gilding is gone, but you can see the beautiful brass, and it's a really nice sort of Art Nouveau design. And some would say it's not silver. No, there are no hallmarks. This is a brass lid, so it won't have hallmarks on it. And this is made of glass. Okay, yep. This is made of glass. So, and it is made by Fostoria. And so there are, some of you might think, well, that doesn't look like something a man would have. Oh yeah, there are plenty of tobacco jars like this, humidors and such, with lids, with fancy lids like that. That would be for a man. So it's not chipped or cracked, and it's glass, and our high bid right now is $35. The lid isn't dented. As I said, most of the gold is gone from the lid. There are traces of it. So it was at one time gilded brass. Wouldn't a tobacco jar be tinted? No. There are plenty of examples of tobacco jars that are clear glass, to answer your question. You're like a Mary Jane. Patsy M has our high bid right now of $35. Oh, the lighting is good tonight? Oh, I feel like it's not. I have it on the sides. Thanks for letting me know that the lighting is okay. The high bid right now is $35, and we'll count this down if there are no other questions. And now $36. I know it looks like a muffin ear. I love that the fact that the lid is not dented at all, and it's not a silver lid, but it was brass with gold. So we'll count it down. And you can go to the EAPG website and you can look up Fostoria line number 1299, and you'll see over 40 pictures. There's plenty of pictures of this line, and you'll see that there are lots of, there were even jars like this to hold the ashes. And they don't look like an ashtray. And they had lids. The high bid is $45. 10, 9, 8, which is so much fun to learn about. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. And of course, the hair receivers usually had a circle in the lid, so you could push the hair in, but you didn't have to take the lid off. You could just push the hair in, and they were usually half as tall as this. Like the powder jars were usually about half as tall as that. Now, let me stay right there, Mr. Fostoria. So again, it's line number 1299, aka long buttress. And the Fostoria jar is going to go to Patsy M at 53. They saved their hair for several reasons. They would make art out of it. There were also hairstyles that involved the women stuffing their own hair into their hair, and that was called a rat, R-A-T. Women would use their own hair to make a rat. If they were going to make a pompadour or whatever, and they could stuff it in their own hair. They also made artwork out of hair. So they saved it for lots of reasons. P-A-T-S-Y. Patsy M got it at 53. All right, Pat. Let's stick with Fostoria for a minute. This pattern had me running around like I don't know what. And boy, it made me mad until I figured out what it is. Thank you for your bids on that, everyone. You're welcome. You should have been saving your hair. Yeah, Victorian hair art is beautiful. This is a Fostoria cream and sugar with its underpants. And it was a very difficult pattern for me to find, but I found it. There it is, and it is on the underplate. It starts at $19, and I shall show you the cream. And of course, I shall show you the sugar with the matching underplate, which is etched. I've had this etched before, and it took me forever then to figure out what that etch was. And it took me forever today to figure out what that etch was. You know what that etch is called? Well, let's see it, Scott, and maybe we can guess. It took me a hot minute to find that etch, but I found it. So no chips, no cracks on the Fostoria cream and sugar. This was manufactured for a very short time, 1957 to 1963. And remember, Fostoria went out of business in the early 80s. So this isn't like the chintz pattern or the June pattern that they made from the 30s and 40s and the 50s and the 60s. That pattern was introduced in 1957, and it only ran until 1963. And that's probably the reason why it took me so long to find the name of that pattern. And I haven't told you yet. I just wondered if anybody out there said, "Oh, that's my pattern. I can't believe it. I never can find it." Well, there's the cream and the sugar. The pattern is called Lacy Leaf. Lacyleaf. Lacy Leaf. And it sure did run me around in corners trying to find it. There's the Lacy Leaf right there. But there's also an acorn on it and an oak leaf. So let's count it down. Oh, that is so beautiful to be able to see poison ivy. That we can easily see the bids. So excellent condition, Fostoria glass, cream and sugar, etched, Lacy leaf pattern, 1957 to 63. The high bid is 38, and we're counting it down. The high bid is now 40. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Okay. The Lacy leaf set. Oh, thank you. I haven't changed the china closet since Christmas. It's still got, so that's Jim Brewer at 47. Okay. Jim, do I know you? I'm not sure if I remember you or not, Jim. Will you send me an Jim, if I know you and you've bought from me before, I apologize if I have forgotten. Would you please tell me if I know you? And if I do, I'll leave you alone. If I don't know you, I do need you to send me an email, and you can ask him. We'll give you all the information. We'll tell you everything. Wait, it was Jim. Okay. Oh, here it goes. I think it was Brewer, but it went You'll say, okay, will you go ahead and send it, Jim? If you'll do that, I'll be looking for it. That'd be great, Jim. And that was at 47. And Jim, don't forget, I need, and this is another thing that sometimes happens. Sometimes, you know, a lady says, well, I'm using my husband's account. And she writes to me and, you know, her name is Sally Mae. And I'm like, Sally Mae, you didn't win anything. So that might not be this case, but all kinds of strange things happen. So if your name isn't Jim Brewer, let me know what you tell me in the email, your mailing address. Tell me if you have a PayPal account or not. If you don't, that's okay, but you have to tell me. If you do have a PayPal account, please give me the email address that you used when you created your PayPal account. That's all I need. Yeah. And your full address. And I'll look for that, Jim. Thank you so much. Let's keep going because we're not finished. And I don't know if I'm going to get to those cruets or not. I guess I should. So this is, let's see here. He has to take the green out and add a few more red pieces. I love Fostoria. Scott, did you see the groundhog? No. Did you ever pick up any paper wigs? Paper wigs? No. What's a paper wig? Right. Doesn't it look Art Nouveau? But it's not. It's from the 30s, 20s and 30s. It's a very, very, I wouldn't even call it pink. This is the lightest shade of pink. And you got to hold it just, look, do you see right there? Just the slightest hint of pink. Just the slightest bit. But look at that Art Nouveau design. And I know I didn't give you the start. It starts at $15. This is one of the neatest serving platters I've had from the Depression era. It is not chipped or cracked, and it starts at $15. What an old-fashioned design on it, which really harkens back. Odd. So it's 10.5 inches, not counting the handles. But that is a 1930s glass serving tray all day long with this is etched on it. This is acid etched here. And then the gold is painted on. There's frosting, and then the gold is painted on. This is the neatest thing. So this is acid etched. Then these designs are acid etched, and they're highlighted in gold. It has a polished bottom. It's unmarked. They didn't make this type of thing in the nouveau era. So I know it's from the 30s, especially with those handles and the shape of it. But that design is such, looks like it's from 1912, but this was probably made 20 years later in about 1932. Oh, paper weights. Okay. Because I think it said paper wigs and it threw me off. I don't really do much. You know, I do have a collection of paperweights in the other room. I got about 25 paperweights in the other room. And one of these days, I'll do something with them. So the high bid right now on this is 22. On this one, I can see that. I don't know if there's any questions on it. So $22 on the serving platter from the Depression era in a very, very, very light, just hint of pink. And a really nice decoration. The high bid is 22, and we're going to count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. All right, now you stay right there. And that is going to go way up here. Gracious. So Jim, I am looking for your email, and I'm hitting refresh. There it is. Wait. So I think I do have one from you, Jim. Let me double check here. Home address, I have it. I do have a PayPal account. I've got it, and I've got your address. Great, Jim. Fantastic. I got your email, Jim. With all the information that I needed, and I really appreciate you sending that. I do require that of new bidders during the sale, and you did it. And not only that, but you've also just won that last piece, I think, Jim. So you're all set. So we have Jim at 20. Jim is our winner at 25 on that. And you're not too far from me, Jim, so shipping won't be much. So I want to thank you so much. Well, wait just a second. I think a couple people need to hit refresh again to make sure that they're up to date with where we are. Let's do the Warwick, not Rhode Island. But from West Virginia. Boy, they were known for this brown. They also did a lot of the, like the Friar Tuck, what is it? You know what I'm trying to say. The monastic guys, you know what I'm trying to say. This same brown, they had a whole line of that. But this one is a beautiful tall vase. There is a chip at the top that you can't really even see because the top right there where it looks all chipped up, that's the design. So, you know, I hardly even care that it's chipped because you can't even see that it's chipped, but there is a small chip on the top. It's a decal. It's not hand painted, and it starts at $25. It's so beautiful. This company was in Wheeling, West Virginia. They made pottery from 1887 to 1951. This is a very turn of the century. Look at those handles. And what a beautiful lady. You'll see at the bottom, I just sent you an email, Jonathan Handuffer, but you didn't. I don't think you won anything tonight, Jonathan. I don't remember you winning anything. Let's keep going. I'll check it. There's the mark on the bottom. So nothing on the back. And it stands 11 inches tall. And for full disclosure, the chip that I'm talking about, that's what the chip looks like from the inside. You see it? Now, if we turn it around, you don't see that. That's not a chip. The chip was there somewhere. But as I said, that's the way the top is supposed to look. So you can hardly tell. Oh, you sent it because you're new. Okay, Jonathan. I'll look at it when I go off air. Great. Thanks for straightening that out. Yeah, I like the back of it too. And I would probably use it both ways. We don't have any opening bids on it. We are looking at for a bid of $25. And if we don't have any, then we'll just bring this back maybe next week or the week after. She's beautifully done. She's beautifully executed, I guess I should say. Well, come up with a better word than executed. It's a nice decal. So I guess what I'm trying to say. Okay, no interest So Karen, we're going to get ready to put the words, don't put it in yet, but you can get the stop ready because we don't have any bids and we're getting close to 5 of 10. And I want to do the linens and see if anybody wants any of these cruets. Yes, it's marked Warwick. That's they had a whole line of this. IOGA, made in West Virginia. Okay, no interest. We have no bids. I'm going to give you another second. We're looking at a $25 bid, and we'll hold it off until some other time. And then we've got a little stack of linens here and a couple cruets, and that'll do it. Okay, no interest on this. Karen, if you'll go ahead and put the stop in, we're going to move on. And I'll put you right down there. This next bunch is a bunch of linens. Just a small handful of linens, doilies and that kind of thing. Okay, good. All right, now this is, all right, this is going to start at, this little linen type set starts at $12, and you're going to get everything that I'm showing you. So starting at $12, this is what you'll get. A kitchen tea towel with a courting colonial couple on it. So typical. Just a tea towel for your kitchen. And I don't know. I don't see any stains on it. It's not embroidered. That is printed on there in ink or however they did it. So there's a tea towel. This is a doily that has some stains in the middle. So you might, it's not ripped or torn, but it's got a couple brown marks right in the center. Then these two little things match each other. That's a nice one. And then this big thing, which doesn't have, this is a funny shape. I can't really get it. It's a table runner. So it's like wide this way, and then it gets skinny. This is really hard to hold up. Any way you hold it, it starts to flop. But you get the idea. So there's no condition problems on this. It's not ripped or torn, and it doesn't, at least I don't think anything is separated on it. Pretty yellow colors on this one. So there's that one. Oh, that one. The colonial one, tea towel. This lovely green one. And then these two little guys. So the high bid right now, yeah, for the middle of the table. And that's where I had it. I used it for a while, and then I decided I didn't want it. I have others that I like a little bit better than this in terms of color. So we'll count them down. The high bid right now is, yeah, Grandma Moses. Is that what I look like? The high bid is 16. Have I got any more doilies hanging off of me? And we'll count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. I think that's my favorite. 3, 2, 1. That's it. And you'll get that bundle in the mail. A grab bag. That's it. Now all I've got is some cruets. And I don't know if anybody wants a cruets or not. If anybody wants a cruet, an EAPG cruet, let me know. And we can do a couple of cruets. If that's what we're here for. And then if not, we'll chat for a minute. And that'll be the end of it for the night. Because it is 9:58. The timing always seems to come out just right. Patsy, no, it's Lisa Moran at, I think it's Lisa Moran at 23. Okay. Thank you, Lisa. And everyone else who placed bids on it, on those. Oh my. You know what? I'm going to make an executive decision. Mrs. Slocum and I are unanimous in this. Might not be the best way to do it, but heck, that's how I'm going to do it. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 EAPG Cruits, and I'm going to put them all up in one lot. I just want to sell them one lot. I don't want to go through all 5 Cruits one at a time. So you're getting 5 Cruits. Have you gotten everyone's email? Everyone who won, thank you for asking me, Karen, if I did. Okay, Jonathan was saying hello. Thank you, Jonathan. Jonathan, I got you, Jim. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm here. I had to check and make sure. Yeah, I did get emails from everybody. But not you, Robin. I don't know what's going on, Robin. I really don't. I feel terrible for you, but I don't know what's happening to you, or why the email isn't working for you. Oh, excuse me. So, why don't we do? I'm just going to do all 5 Cruits. Is that okay, everybody? Yeah, I'm going to do all 5 of them in one lot. So let me turn this piece of paper over and find another spot. So we're going to have $20. What a deal. We're going to start at $20. You're going to get 5 Cruits. Now, I know, let me answer some questions before you ask them. Are the stoppers original? I have no idea, because I didn't look any of these up on the EAPG website. So maybe they are, maybe they aren't. They're all EAPG era. So we're talking about 1890s, 1880s, 1890s, 1910. They all have stoppers. They're not damaged. I will show you, I will pull the stoppers out and let you see that sometimes, as you know, stoppers have damage. They, in fact, quite often have damage. And some of the stoppers have damage, for instance, on, that part. Now, if that makes you nervous, grind it down so that it's smooth and you're not worried about, you won't be worried about, getting glass shards in your vinegar. So we're going to do all 5 of them. One person is going to win 5 Cruits, and we're starting at $20. Keep your eyes peeled. Here's Cruit number 1. Well, it doesn't matter that they're number 1. Just, you're going to get all 5 of them. And they're all different. There's the second one. Yeah, none of them are the same. There's a third one. And a fourth one. And indeed, a fifth. And there are lots of people. That one has a thistle on it. And there are lots of people that collect them. But remember, you always need 2, oil and vinegar. But you then also might want to, if you have a large table. So all 5 of them. Now, I'll let you see. That stopper looks good. That's got the thistle on it. That stopper really has a chip, has a good whack out of it. You can see that. See that chip in that stopper? These are not chipped. That stopper looks good. That stopper looks good. And these are some old stoppers in here, you can see. And that one. So just 2 of the stoppers have some chips on them. Yep, ketchup. There you go. No, they're not sick either. You know, and the nice thing, if they were sick, you wouldn't see it because the sickness goes away when there's liquid in it. So they would only look sick with, but if you want to display them, oh, I totally agree with you. I don't want them to be sick, and they're not. Most of the time they're blown in a mold. So let's just do the Cruit, review it. Review it, Cruit. 1, 2, grab a bag of Cruits. 3, there's a 4th one and a 5th one. That's the one that has the thistles on it. And you can see where most of these are blown in molds. All right, and they all stand, you know, the same size. So, you know, maybe half an inch taller than the one than the other. So, okay, our Cruit collection is on its way. The high bid right now is 45, and we'll count them down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. And that is it. Yeah, that's it. And it's 10:06. They look so pretty all together sitting here, like dancing ladies with one hand on their hip, like that. I guess they're the chaperone. Young man, you're standing a little too close to that lady. Let her go. Good night, Melly. There's the stop, and at 53, it looks like Nanner J is going to pick up 5 antique Cruits. At 53, okay. 53, Nanner J. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Now, don't run away just yet. I want to talk to you for a minute. Unless you have to go to bed. I'm kind of ready for bed myself. But good night. For those who have to say good night, I'm not going to talk for too long. But let's see here. Thank you for coming, everyone. Thank you for being here. See you Thursday night. I am going to invoice tomorrow for this. But if you win anything in the pottery sale, you'll get another invoice for that, but the shipping will be adjusted. Meaning I'm not going to really ship anything until Friday or Saturday, but there's supposed to be another snow event here, and we're still really digging out. Things are very slow here, as it is in many places, because of the amount of snow that came down. So again, anything that you won tonight, I will invoice you tomorrow with shipping. So pay for that. Your box will sit here. If you win something Thursday night, I'll add it to the box. And when I bill you for whatever you win Thursday night, if it's another $1 for the shipping or $2 for the shipping, you know, I'll weigh it. I'll add that to that invoice. But I'll ship everything. I'll do my packing on Friday. I'm not going anywhere Friday. I'll be here doing the packing. So it'll either go out late Friday afternoon or Saturday morning. And hopefully things are going to start to get caught up in terms of things that are backed up. So very nice to see everyone that was new here in the chat tonight. I so much appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Thursday night is going to be a pottery sale at 8 o'clock. I've got everything from Roseville to Hall to McCoy, and some names you haven't heard of before, maybe, or haven't thought of. And there's going to be a chip and crack department where they're banged up a little bit, but too nice to throw in a dumpster. And some very pretty nice pieces of American pottery. So I hope you'll come and join me and see me then here on Thursday night for that. Anything else going on? Round of applause for Karen. Karen, thank you. Thank you to all the new folk. And thank you everyone for being patient with the new folk and helping them ease in to this. It can be a little daunting. And but everyone is welcome, and I appreciate you guys a lot. Anything else we need to rattle about? I don't think so. So what I will say is let's do our sign off. And tonight, let's do it this way. Now, I've been asking you to tell me where you're from. Let's get a little more specific tonight. So tonight, we're going to say good night, but I want you to say good night from your city and your state or your country. So, good night. You don't have to type the word good night. Topeka, Kansas, Boise, Idaho, Millville, New Jersey, Collegeville, Pennsylvania, Rocky Mount, North Carolina, Orlando, Florida. You get the idea. Good night, and tell us where you're saying good night. Salem, Ohio, Ridley Park, Pennsylvania, Fort Collins, Colorado, South Hill, Virginia, Trumbull, Connecticut. Oh, I'm going to miss some because they're going so fast. Signal Mountain, Isabel, Michigan, Lake, Boise, Idaho, Georgia. Oh, I am so sorry they're going so fast now. Latrobe, PA, Christina, oh, I can't read it. Hancock, Maine, Durham, North Carolina. You got some snow. Manahawkin, New Jersey, up by the shore. Niagara Falls, Canada. Neptune, New Jersey, up in there in the northern Jersey part. Hairnet, California. Is that what it is? No, it's Hermit or Hernet. Havre de Grace, Maryland, of course. And you didn't have to put Maryland in there because I knew where that was. Bedford, what's N-O? What's N-O? Is that a state? Oh, I'm so embarrassed. I don't know what state is N-O. The moon. Bye from the moon. Northampton, Pennsylvania. Woodstown, New Jersey. That's in southern Jersey. North Towanda, New York. Grayland, Washington. South Point, Ohio. It's so fun to see where you're from. Greensboro, North Carolina. Did we get everybody in there? I know I missed some because it came in so quickly. It flies right by and I couldn't say goodbye to everybody. But thank you all. You're still coming in. Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Ontario, Canada. Salem, New Hampshire. Camden County, New Jersey. And Bristol, Tennessee. Good night, all. See you Thursday. Bye-bye.